Human heart, blood cells, lymphatic system, and blood vessels. These four things together form the human circulatory system, and the human circulatory system circulates blood throughout our body through blood vessels. And those blood vessels are of three types: arteries, veins, and capillaries. Students, have you ever thought what would happen if blood vessels or the human heart stopped working for just a few seconds? Yes, exactly the answer that's coming to your mind is cardiac arrest. I am talking about cardiac arrest. If the human heart or blood vessels stop working for a while, cardiac arrest will occur, which can lead to death. So let's begin with the differences between arteries, veins, and capillaries. Difference number one, students, the arteries carry oxygenated blood except pulmonary arteries, because pulmonary arteries carry deoxygenated blood. Talking about veins, they carry deoxygenated blood except pulmonary veins, because pulmonary veins carry oxygenated blood. That means arteries carry oxygenated blood and veins carry deoxygenated blood. The exception here is pulmonary arteries and pulmonary veins, which work vice versa. Now let's talk about capillaries. Students, capillaries carry both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. Now let's move to the second difference. Students, arteries carry blood from the human heart to the body. The blood that is delivered to different organs of the body is delivered through arteries. And from those same organs and the body, the human blood that returns to the human heart through blood vessels is called veins. That means the blood that goes from the heart to the body goes through arteries, and the blood that comes back from the body to the human heart comes through veins. Talking about capillaries, they connect both arteries and veins. The third difference is of color. Arteries have a red color, and veins have a blue color, and capillaries have a mixed color, red and blue. Now let's move to the fourth difference, which is pressure. Students, arteries have higher pressure, and veins have low pressure, and capillaries also have low pressure. Now here a question arises: why do arteries have high pressure and veins have low pressure? There are two reasons for this. Number one, arteries have a narrow lumen. Now imagine any blood vessel with a narrow lumen will obviously have higher blood pressure compared to veins, which have a wide lumen. When the lumen is wide, the blood pressure will obviously be low. The second reason why arteries have high pressure and veins have low pressure, that as I mentioned earlier, the blood is pumped by the human heart to the body through arteries. So as soon as it's pumped, initially its pressure is high, but gradually as the blood goes from the body to the veins and then returns to our heart, its pressure decreases. This is why the pressure in veins is low. Now let's move to the fifth difference, which is lumen. Arteries have a narrow lumen, veins have a wide lumen, and capillaries have an extremely narrow lumen. Now let's move to difference number 6, which is valves. Arteries do not have valves, but veins do have valves, and capillaries do not have valves either. That means valves are only present in veins and absent in arteries and capillaries. Now here the question arises: why do veins have valves and others do not? And what is the function of valves? Students, valves prevent the backward flow of blood, meaning if the blood is moving forward, they prevent it from going backward. So when the human heart pumps blood after the artery, our blood reaches different organs of the body. And then from those different organs, blood returns to the human heart through veins. So in veins, the blood keeps moving forward and they have valves. Difference number 7. Arteries have a larger number of muscles, whereas veins have very few muscles, and capillaries have no muscle tissue. The eighth difference is of layers. Arteries have 3 layers, veins also have 3 layers, but capillaries have only one layer, and its name is tunica interna. Students, the names of these layers are tunica interna, tunica media, and tunica externa. As the name suggests, the tunica intima is the innermost layer, meaning the innermost layer of blood vessels is called tunica intima. The middle layer is called tunica media. As the name suggests, the middle layer is called tunica media. The third layer is tunica externa, which comes from external, meaning the outer layer. The outermost layer of blood vessels is called tunica externa. So these 3 layers are present in arteries and also in veins, but capillaries have only one layer, called tunica intima. Question of the day: what are the names of blood vessels? Only a genius can answer in the comments below. If you would like to watch my other lectures on topics like the lungs, kidneys, liver, brain and eyes, visit my channel to view my other videos.